Hello guys, thank you for coming week 9 CM class. Today we're gonna look over the 2009 practice theory test. So followed by each question, we'll check the answer with your assignment, and then you may check each by question, and then try to review uh, of this question, okay, by yourself. So now today, just we'll start some of your training. Okay, I'm gonna play the major triad first, and then minor, and diminished, and augmented, and also we'll look over the scale. Okay, so the first, let me try to play the major triad. So major sound is bright, right? So it is C major triad. As you know, the major triad has major interval, major third bottom, and minor third on top. Okay, that structure we call major triad. And how about minor sound, minor triad? It is minor triad. Okay, sounds like very calm and dark, right? So bottom interval is minor third, and top interval is major third. That we call minor triad. How about augmented? It is augmented sounds, more spread out sound, right? So this augmented has major third on the bottom and major third on top too. Okay, major third, that we call augmented. How about diminished? Yeah, also diminished seven sounds. Okay, so diminished structure has minor third, minor third. Okay, so minor third, minor third. Or if you meet a seventh chord, you can see also minor third on top. So minor third, minor third, minor third. Okay, just make sure. And then major scale. Yeah, this is major scale. So just one scale, okay? And then minor scale has three structure, right? So first one is a natural minor, and harmonic, and melodic minor scale. So first one is natural with C. It is a natural minor and harmonic minor. Okay, lastly, melodic minor with C. Okay, so please focus on note 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so then you can choose the right answer. All right, and also think about interval sound. So the bottom two, always bottom to top. Okay, there are two different notes, right? So just play the second to octave. Okay, just hear the second, minor second first from C. Very close to each other, right? So we call it a minor second and major second and minor third and major third and perfect fourth, augmented fourth, or diminished fifths. And that's a perfect fifths. And it is minor sixths or augmented fifths. And next, it is major sixths. And it is minor seven sound. And it is major seventh sound. And it's a octave sound. Okay, so in octave, I think you can meet interval equation. All right, so it may help for you guys. Okay, all right, so that's all for your training part today, and we'll move to actual practice theory test exam question. So please prepare this 2009, and then we're gonna check together. The first question always come with a key signature, right? So first one is a E major. So E major really to order of sharp. So last sharp is D sharp. So count until D sharp. That's a 4 sharp F C G D, right? And then D flat major has a relative order of flat, so 5 flat. So try to until count this name and then add one more, right? So B, E, A, D, and G. F minor, for minor key, you need to check relative major first. So minor third up. So it is E, A flat major, right? So B, E, A, D. So 4 flat. E flat minor next is also minor, so move to minor third up. That's a G flat major, so B E A D G, and then add one more. That's a C flat, so 6 flat. And next is E flat major, simple, right? So B E and add one more, 3 flat. G sharp minor is also minor key, so third up, minor third up. That's a B major, right? So half step down, A sharp until A sharp. So F, C, G, D, A, 5 sharp. F sharp major. So F sharp really the order of sharp. So F, C, G, D, A, E. All right. So half step down, letter is E sharp, right? And C sharp minor, relative major is E major. So F, C, G, D, 4 sharps. Okay, that's a simple equation all the time. Next, number 2. So write the term that describe each of the following key relationships. First one, a C sharp major and C sharp minor. So same letter, right? Same key note that we call parallel, right? And B, E flat major and C minor. So that's relative, right? So major is on top, minor is bottom, always relative, okay? With minor third up, minor third down. Next one is C sharp major and D flat major. Sounds is the same, right? C sharp and D sharp, or D flat, sorry. So that's a different name, but sounds is same. We call inharmonic, okay? Next, number 3, write each of the following scales 1 octave, but do not use the key signature. Okay, so put accidentals before the notes all the time, right? First one is a G minor melodic form, ascending and descending. So you need to put scale note first, right? So G to G, and then descending. Okay, a note. After that, you need to check the key. All right. So key signature, I mean, so G relative major is a B flat major. So you need to put B flat and E flat actually. but it's a melody form. So you need to change it, sixth note and seventh note to half step up. So you need to change it to flat, natural, or from flat, and you need to add the sharp here with the seventh note. And then descending, that same like a natural scale, right? So you need to put natural for this sharp, okay? You should put natural for descending and then come back to flat here. So B flat and E flat. That is melody form, okay? And B major descending. So put B to B first, A note, and then check the key signature, and then attach the key signature, accidental. So F, C, G, D, A, 5 sharps. Okay. How about F sharp minor harmonic form? Harmonic only really to seventh note, right? So F to F, A note first, and then find the relative major. Relative major is A major, right? So you need to put A, F, C, G, F, C, G first. So there are two F. Don't just make sure there are two F sharp, and then seventh note half step up, right? So that's why you need to put E sharp 2. Okay. How about whole tone? Whole tone relate to all whole step, whole step, whole step, right? So from beginning on B ascending, so you can put B first until B. So B next note is a C sharp, right? It's a whole step, and C sharp, D sharp is a whole step. D sharp and F also whole step. Okay, looks like a third, but sounds is whole step. And F, G whole step, G, A whole step, A, B whole step. Okay. If you want to use flat, but I recommend to use sharp because it's ascending. Okay. Also, you can put flat, B and D flat. That's a whole step, and D flat, E flat is a whole step, and E flat, F is a whole step, F G whole step, G A whole step, A B whole step. Okay. So, if you choose flat first, you can keep flat. Okay, do not mix together. Okay, if you choose sharp, you can use sharp all the time. Okay, how about chromatic? This is descending from D, so you can put D, D flat, C. No C is C flat, right? Because it is automatically half step. So C to B is half step. So go right to B, and then B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, and Do, and uh, also go right to E, right? F and E is automatically half step. So E, E flat, D. That's the answer. Okay. And then modes question, mode scale. So add accidental that will make this the Frisian mode. So I told you mode has each name, right? So scale has a note. So try to memorize this each note name in mode question. So first note tonic is Ionian, and second note spartonic is Dorian. Third mediant is Phrygian. Fourth, what is it? Subdominant, right? Subdominant Lydian, and dominant called Mixolydian, right? And then Spermidian is Aeolian, and leading tone called Locrian. Okay. So this question number 4 said you need to find the Phrygian mode, right? So Phrygian mode is a third note. So that means this first note is a third note. Okay, so try to put third note to third note, so A note, right? So it is B. So last note also B. After that, try to find the tonic note, first note. So you may go down 3 or go up 6. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So tonic note is G in this question. After that, after you find the tonic notes, try to find the key signature with the tonic. So it's just G major. Just think about G major. So G major is only F sharp, right? So you can put F sharp here. That's the answer. Okay. So always go back to try to find the tonic. Okay, always tonic. Go back to tonic and then check the key signature. Then you can find mode question answer. Okay. All right. Number 5. It's a key interval, right? Interval question. So always think about two group. So 1, 4, 5, 8 relate to perfect, right? And 2, 3, 6, 7 relate to major or minor. So without accidental, just count how many half step inside, then adjust this accidental later. Okay. So first one is third, and there are one half step inside, so minor third. Base EF, right? It's a bass clef. So next one is third, right? So one half step inside, actually minor third, but bottom note has a flat, so remove one half step. Top note has a sharp, so remove one more half step. So plus, so there are minus, right? So more space. So after a major, you can go to augmented. Next one is a fifth, right? Usually you can call it perfect, but bottom note has flat. So there are more space. So we call augmented fifths. Next one is a 7, A to G. So there are two half step. So you can call it minor 7. There are no accidental, right? Nothing. This natural indicate to remove this sharp, right? So there are nothing actually. Next one is a second EF. EF is one half step, actually minor, but this sharp make remove one half step more space, so major second. And then C2A 6, and then one half step, right? So you say major 6. Next one is a fourth. Fourth usually called perfect, but top note has a double flat, but bottom note also has flat. So you can remove one by one. Only left one flat, right? So just reduce one, so you can call it diminished from perfect. Okay. Next one is a B to B. So it's an octave, right? So it's the same note. So perfect eighth. So there are one type of interval question, and number 6 is another question, right? But hopefully it is online test, so it's hard to write down the note. You may meet the multiple question. I think it's good for you guys. So just try to write down this answer. So first one, A2, augmented second. So make a note first above, right? And then add some accidental to make this quality. So diminish the fifths. So put fifth note and then make a foot flat 2 for diminished. Perfect fourth. Okay, put a note. Okay, that's all. Diminish 7 to D2, C flat, right? So there are also two half step already, but to make a diminished, you need to put one more half step with the flat. Minor 6, put minor 6 note. So F to D, right? So actually bottom note is F. We call F sharp. So please check this key signature all the time, okay? So they're nothing but hiddenly this is a sharp note, right? So there are two half step, minor 6. And then major third, B to D, they're one half step, B, C, right? But you need to remove this one half step so you can put sharp on top. D to D is a perfect fifth, but it called diminished, so put a flat on top. Augmented 6, G to E, and then minus one half step. So just put a double sharp. Okay, so interval question is important. So try to practice this interval. Okay. Number 7, move on. So write the following 7 chords. So you know the inversion figured base number, right? So with the try it. Okay, I'll write down here. So try it has a 3 different note. So root position number is 5, 3. First inversion is 6, 3. Second inversion figured base is 6, 4, right? And 7th chord. Number 7 means root. Okay, 6, 5 is first inversion. And 4, 3 is second inversion. And 4, 2 is third inversion. Third inversion is a 7th note on the bottom. Okay? So try to understand this figured base number. Then you can write this inversion note. So you need to find the name note first. A, okay? A is here, right? And then 4, 3 is the second inversion. So try to put fifth note on the bottom. So 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, this order. So you know the minor quality, right? Minor third on the bottom, major third top. Okay, and also make a minor third. Okay, so A minor sound. So minor triad and then minor third. Okay, that we call minor seventh chord. Okay, and C sharp is a diminished 7, right? Diminished always make a minor third, minor third, minor third. Okay, so C sharp, from C sharp to E minor third, E, G is minor third, G, B flat is minor third. Okay, you need to put B flat on top. B flat half diminished first inversion. So you may start B flat first, B flat, and then first inversion mean third note is on the bottom here, right? So 1, 3, 5, 7, this order. So B flat, D flat is minor third, D flat, F flat is minor third, and F flat and A flat is major third. Only different thing from between diminished or half diminished, the bottom two is the same, minor third, but top interval is different. So top is a major third. So from this, B flat, half diminished sound. Okay, minor third, minor third, major third. Okay, that's a half diminished 7. How about B flat diminished? Sounds like this. So minor third, minor third, minor third. Okay, so please take your time and then calculate this interval. Okay, next one is E flat major. Number 2 means third inversion. Okay, I'll put here number 2 only. Sometimes you'll see only number 2, so don't worry about this. Okay, so that's a 7th note on the bottom here, and then tonic name note. So it's E flat. So E flat 1, 3, 5, and 7. 7th note on the bottom. Major 7th, right? So major 7th structure, bottom is a major third, and then minor third and major third. Okay, so it's a E flat, right? Major third and minor third and major third. Okay, so sounds like this sound we call major 7th chord. Try it. Okay, and then F diminished first inversion. 6/5 is first inversion. So F A flat is the third note. So F A flat is minor third, and A flat C flat is minor third. C and E flat, C flat, E flat is minor third, right? So all minor third. We call F diminished. The D minor, third inversion. Third inversion is 4/2, right? So put 7th note on the bottom from D. So D, F, A, C, this order. Okay, so minor third, minor triad with minor third on top with between 5/5 and 7th note, or if you want to start with the name note, then you can choose minor 7th interval. Okay, this one. All right, so it may helpful for you, so try to practice this triad creation, then you can get more faster. Okay, so try that. Number 8, creation number 8, related dominant 7th chord. Okay, so dominant means 5th chord, right? Followed by in each key. So first step is to find the tonic note, right? So 5 sharp is B major. B is Roman number 1. Okay, and then it's a dominant. So you need to find 5th note from B. So B, C, D, E, F, right? Actually F sharp. F sharp is a dominant. After that, you need to make an inversion. It's a 3, 4, 4, 3 is second inversion, right? So you need to add the 5th note on the bottom. So 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so it's a major key. All right, and then next one is a minor key. So find the major first. It's a E major, and then a minor third down. That's a C sharp, right? So it's a C sharp minor key. So dominant note is G sharp, right? So find the G sharp first, and then check the inversion. That's a root position. So 1, 3, 5, 7. After that, always check this third note. Okay, it is actually leading tone. So you need to make a half step up, the seventh note, or four tonic. Okay, so always make a half step up using sharp, sometimes natural. Okay, next one is F sharp major, right? So fifth note is a C sharp, this one. 6 5 mean first inversion, so third note going down. So 1 3 5 7 this order. That's all. And then 2 mean 4 2. It's the same thing, right? So D major, fifth note is A. So 4 2 mean seventh note on the bottom. 1 3 5 7 this order. Next one is A major. So fifth note is E. So 1 3 5 7. It's a second inversion. So fifth note on the bottom. 1 3 5 7. Next one is minor key. So D flat. Minor is B flat. B flat minor. So find two fifth note is F. So it's a first inversion, right? So F 1 3 5 7 this order. Okay, always find the dominant note. After that, uh, try to make a note followed by figured bass. Okay, moving on. Write each following chord. So determine whether to use the major or minor key by the quality of each Roman numeral. All right, so it's the same thing. Check the name for key. So 3 sharp is A major, right? So A is first Roman numeral. But look at that. It's a second triad, but with second triad, but it's a diminished sound. So it's weird in the major scale. Okay, so when you see this diminished triad, just think about minor key. Okay, it's a F sharp minor. So it is a minor key. So F sharp is 1. So second triad is G sharp, right? So put G sharp first and 1 3 5. Make a root position here. 5 3. Nothing is mean nothing means 5 3. Okay. Next one is F major, right? The sixth note is minor in the major scale. So F is 1. So sixth note is D, right? So put D first and third note on the bottom and fifth note. So that's the answer. Next one, 4 is minor triad. It's weird in the major scale. So it is major minor key. So G, it's a G major, right? Minor third, down. So E minor. So E is 1. So fourth is C. A. Sorry about that. A. So you can put A and third note on top, fifth note on the bottom. That's a second inversion, right? And then next one, the third is minor. So it's a major key, E flat, major. E flat is a 1. So third note is a G. So it's a bass clef. G is here. 135 this order. Next one is a 1, capital, right? It's a major key. So the D major. So put D first and third note and fifth note, this order. Okay? So you may check the Roman numeral chart. It's a major Roman numeral chart and minor Roman numeral chart. Okay, let me see the. I'm not sure, but please easily find the. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so wait a minute. Another textbook. Hmm. Here you go. It's another textbook. So it's a major Roman numeral. So 1, 4, 5 is primary triad group, right? So capital in the major scale. 2, 3, 6, 7 is secondary triad group. So there are minor, 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 and diminished. Okay, so try to look at the primary triad, so with a major scale, and also it's a minor scale Roman numeral. First one, 1, 4, 5 is still primary, but quality is different. First one is minor, fourth is minor, fifth is always major dominant. Okay, it's primary, and 2, 3, 6, 7 is totally different, right? So second is diminished, third is augmented, so capital, third capital with plus, this augmented sign. 6 is major, okay? And then seventh chord is diminished, okay? Same like major scale. All right, so try to understand this Roman numeral. Then you need to, you can easily find two major key or minor key. Okay, so carefully watch the capital or lowercase. Okay, and then moving on, number 10, it's a secondary dominant. So secondary dominant is advanced harmony section. So secondary dominant mean instantly you need to make a dominant sound for next chord. So for example, first one, that's a third chord, right? So usually there are no accidental here, but to make a dominant sound, usually you can add some accidental for next chord. So it is a G major, right? So third note is a B. So it's a B minor triad. So if it is a B minor key, okay, instantly, then you can check the fifth note. So fifth note is F sharp here, right? So you can borrow to F sharp here, and then make a major third, minor third, and minor third here. Okay, dominant seventh chord. So that is called secondary dominant. Okay, after this you'll see common chord for G key music. Okay, so always this way. So this chord is for next chord. Okay, this is a dominant sound, dominant seventh sound for next chord. This is dominant seventh chord sound for next chord. Okay, that we call secondary dominant. All right. So try to understand this. Okay. So next one is a time signature matter. Write count under the notes for each measure of the following example. So it's a time signature 7/4. So there are 7 bits per measure. So with the quarter note. Number 4 is quarter note, right? So it's a number 1 bit. It's a next to 2, 3. It's a quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note. All 7 bits. So for next one, 4/16 notes is 1 quarter note, so 1 bit. It's a 1 bit, right? 32, 4/32, we same with 2, 1 eighth note, or you can say 2/16 note. Okay, so this is 2, 3, 4, 5, half rest, so 2 quarter note, so 6, 7. And then it is a value is a half note. Okay, it's a triplet with a quarter note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you can write down this. Number 12. All right, so science in term, right? So the use of 3 or more keys at the same time is a contemporary compositional technique, right? So, I mean the characteristic. So it is a polytonality. We call it a polytonality. Tonality, okay? Multiple key. B is retrograde. So compare first two major with the second two major. So this first note, first melody begin with the C to F, right? Next major begin with F first and then ends with the C. So it's a backward followed by this melody. We call it is retrograde. Okay? And then let us see, compare the first two majors with the second two major. So first one going up and going down, right? And then next one is going down and going up. So we call it a melodic inversion. Okay? So just think about that. And next one is rondo form, musical form that is multi-sectional with a recurring theme that returns between contrasting sections such as AB, AC, AB, A. So always repeat to A, okay, between new section. Okay, we call this a rondo form. Next one, a style of musical composition in which a tonal center or key is avoided. Okay, so there are no key. We call it a tonality. Okay, opposite way is a tonality. Okay, tonality is a with key or tonal center. Include the tonal center and key. Okay, next one is a suspension. So focus on this melody, okay? Even change the chord, the melody is still holding a minute and complete the common note. Complete the common note. That's a suspension compositional technique. Next one, also compositional technique melody, anticipation. So next note to come up earlier than this harmony. Okay, so we call this anticipation. Next one is augmentation composition technique. So motif melody has 4 quarter note, right? But after this, adjust with augmentation, you can make a double size of quarter note. That's a half note, right? So you can make this one. 13. Move on. Write the name, not the Roman numeral of each of the following cadences. So you need to put cadence, name of cadence. So you know the 4 different type of cadences, right? So I'll put the define the cadences, half cadence, ends on fifths, right? Last one is a fifth chord. Plagal is consists of 4 followed by 1. Authentic is 5 to 1, right? Deceptive finish with 6 or capital, major, minor. Okay, so focus on 6th chord. That's a deceptive. So to solve this cadence, you need to check the key. So it's a E flat major, right? So always check the last one first. So last one is B flat. So B flat is a dominant, right? So 5. End on fifths, that's called half cadence. Actually, this is a 1, right? 1, 2, oh, sorry, E flat, right? Next one is D or B minor. It's a B minor, right? So 1. And previous one is E minor, right? So 4. So 4 to 1. That's a plagal. Next one is I think C sharp minor, because of some accidental, this one. Just make sure when you say accidental note, you may think about 7th note. It is 7th note to tonic. That's some trick to easily find to the tonic note. So it's a E major or a C sharp minor, but it's a C sharp minor music. Okay, so it is a 5 to G sharp and to C sharp minor. So 5 to 1 is authentic, and 2 flat is B flat major or G minor. So last one is a G minor. 1. Oh, I mean wait a minute. It's not minor, right? So this is obviously F major triad, and then G minor triad. So it is B flat major. Sorry about that. So it's a 5 to 6. So end on 6 we call deceptive. Okay. So that's all for cadences question. Just make sure these 4 type of cadence, name of cadences. Okay, moving up, 14. It's a modulation question. So write Roman numerals and figured based under the chords for this example. So use the new key to determine the Roman numerals for the final 3 majors. Okay, so you need to check the key first, right? So 2 flat means B flat major. So first chord is B flat major triad, right? So Roman numeral 1. Next one is a G minor triad. So it is a 6th chord, lowercase. And next one is the E flat major, so 4. And F major chord is a 5, right? To move to new key, new modulation, you should include the dominant sound, okay, before moving to new key, okay? So you can pick this as a pivot chord, okay, common chord. So you need to pick some of common chord, okay, between old key or new key. So beside of new key is F major. It is called 1. Previous key called 5, F major chord. So after that, you can continue the new key. So, yeah, next one is a 5. You can C major chord. Next one is a D minor chord, is a 6th chord. Next one is a G minor chord, first inversion, third note on the bottom. So second chord, and C, 7th chord, major 7th chord, dominant, is a dominant 7, and first chord, F major. So you can use this Roman numeral. Okay, so think about this pivot chord. Actually, this 15 asks you to make a circle the pivot chord in the question. So you can put this circle here. 16, what term is used for the key chain in question 14? So what you call this change the key? That is modulation. Okay. 17, find the key, time signature. So always use this beam. Okay. Then you can easily find the time signature. So looks like a lot of eighth note, right? Eighth note. Even there are smaller value of notes, but the count with eighth note. So if eighth note has 1 bit, you can count 1, 2, 3, right? And 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we call is a 6, 8 time signature. All right. Next is 18 historical period to each of following statement. So just think about historical, characteristic, and composure together. First one is sonata form. Sonata form is classical period. So there are a lot of sonata form. The composer choose sonata form a lot. Okay. How about harpsichord, clavichord, organ, most common keyboard instrument? That period is Baroque period. Okay, between 1600 to 1750. Okay. After that, you will see like a piano instrument. Let us see. Haydn leaves classical period. Shostakovich leaves contemporary period. Atonal introduce contemporary. Okay. When you meet a lot of changing technique, that's contemporary. Lyric melodies with descriptive titles became common. That's romantic. Lyric melody is romantic. Telemann leave Baroque period. Polyphonic texture often use Baroque. So polyphonic, just think about that. Polyphonic is several melody, but all of melody are informed melody. Okay, so opposite part is monophonic, right? Monophonic has just one melody, important melody, and accompaniment part. Okay. Alberti bass rhythm, that's a classical period characteristic. Vivaldi leave Baroque period. Okay, there are a lot of science in term, so please see the worksheet, the last section of the uh, musical history section. Okay. All right. So next one is musical example with several question. So this key, what is the key? Means B minor, 2 sharp, right? And then you will see a lot of A sharp, A sharp, A sharp, A sharp. Where is A sharp, right? So A sharp. So A sharp is a leading tone. So tonic is B minor. Okay. Define the tempo. So I'll make it smaller at this time. So tempo means presto con fuoco. The presto is very fast, and fuoco means with fire. Okay, feels like fire. So very fast. How many beats will be chord in major? 1, 2, 4 receives. How many chord? How many beats? So 1 to 4, this tie notes, right? So 3, 3, 3, 3. So it's a 12 bits. And then English definition was following the dynamic symbol used in the music. So it's a very simple way. Fortissimo, very loud. Sforzando, a sudden sharp accent. Piano means soft accent. This is play louder or stressed or marked. Okay, play louder. That's fine. Pedal is piano section. This is pedals, a tempo pedal. Okay, una corda, tre corde is soft pedal sign. Okay. So try it question. So 24, letter A, circle chord. So first one is it's a treble clef, right? So it is C sharp minor. Try it. 7, actually 7. So C sharp, what is called? Oh, okay. So it is a C sharp, right? And E, G, A. So C sharp, E, G, A. B, I mean the B, sorry. So it's a minor third, and major third. So top is major third. We call it is half diminished. So C sharp half diminished, and then bottom note is a G. G is a fifth note, right? So it is second inversion. 4, 3. F. Next one is F sharp dominant. Let me see. So next one is this one, right? It's a bass clef here. So bottom note is F, A sharp, and then from F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, and E, right? So each F sharp dominant sound. So inversion shape, right? Okay, that's a B. And then how about C? C is B, D, F sharp, right? So B, F sharp. So B minor, root position 5, 3. Next one is a F sharp, D, A. B, D. So it is B minor, second inversion, 6/4. Okay. Next, 25, boxed interval. So the interval question again. So bottom note is A sharp, top is E. So actually perfect fifths, but bottom note has a sharp. So it's a reduced space. So you can call diminished fifths. Number 2 is F sharp to D, right? So it's a 6, interval 6. And then inside there one half step BC. Actually it is major, but bottom note is F sharp. So one more half step. So two half step means minus 6. Okay. All right. So next musical example with multiple question. So with this is a fugue. So what in what key does an example begin? So look at that. First note is C sharp, right? Sorry about that. So C sharp is I think a tonic, and then B sharp is a leading tone, right? So it looks like, right? So we call it is C sharp minor. Okay, it's the subject, right? Okay, first one, da 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 da. That's a subject, very first theme. Okay, we call subject. On which scale degree does the answer mean? After this subject, you can see answer section, right? So this note, right? So C sharp to G sharp. It's a dominant note, right? Go up to dominant. That's a fifth dominant. On which scale degree does the third voice begin? So third voice is here, right? 1, 2, this one. So that's inside. It's a C sharp here, right? So it is tonic, first note. Okay. Now what term is used for the following example which occur in the bass clef, major, third, 2, 5. Maybe this one, right? So we call it is counter subject after the subject. This one, right? If when you play the answer here. So we call counter subject. Okay. And then what term is used for the first section of the fugue in which all the voices are heard after the until the all voices end? We call it is exposition section. Okay. And then next one, so what term describes a section of the fugue in which motivic material from the melodies of the fugue are used in combination with sequence, modulation, diminution, and other compositional devices? So look at that. It's an episode, exposition, variation, anticipation. Okay. So with this example, you can choose episode. Okay. So same like a sequence, modulation, diminution. It's compositional. Okay. So you can choose episode. Which historical period does Johann Sebastian Bach represent? As you know, the father of music. So he is in the Baroque period. Okay. All right. So move to, I think is the last two musical example. So define the tempo again. Allegro is fast. Vivace also fast. So you can say fast and lively. Okay. And then in what key does the example begin? So first key, I think it's a G major, right? To what key does the music change in major? 12 to 18. So 12, it's a G key, come to here, and then 18, right? So change it to, so 12 to 18. So look at that. They are a little natural, right? So F natural, F natural, F natural, right? So you see flat here. So it is F major, okay? And also 37, so you can define the name of chord with the Roman numeral and figure bass. So A, it's bottom is E, and then top is G, B, E, G. So it's E minor triad, right? So it's a sixth chord, and then root position. Next one is a D chord with the fifth note. So D major, 6/4, right? So dominant. Okay, and then next one is, I think it's a secondary dominant, right? So 4 dominant chord, actual dominant chord, 4 secondary. So it's a A7 chord to D chord. D chord is a dominant chord for G major. So this A7 chord is called secondary dominant for this D chord. Okay, so you'll see this C sharp here. Okay, some accidental for D key. Just think about D key. D key has F sharp and C sharp, right? Okay, and then next one, D is a D chord, right? So it's a dominant. So root position. So always go through root. Root mean letter instead of the Roman numeral, and figure the base number. Quality major, quality figure the base. So G is, what is, it's a A chord, right? A. So where is it? E. Sorry about that. E. So it is a G7, G major, G dominant 7 actually. G dominant 7 chord, right? So major triad and then minor seventh note, seventh note. So that's called dominant 7. Next one is a C major triad, 5/3. And then next one is A, and then C, E, right? So A minor triad, 5/3. And next one is a D chord. Oh, sorry about that. It's a G major with the fifth note on the bottom. So it's a G major 6/4. Next one is I is a D major 5/3, and that's all, right? So look at that, and then 39. So write count under the notes for this rhythmic motif. So try to write the rhythm. Okay, I'll make it bigger. So you can write the 1 2 1 2 1 2 because it's 2 4 time signature. Simple. Number 40, correct order. So sonata allegro form. So sonata form. So I told you first one is exposition, next section is development, and last section is recapitulation. So there are 3 sections. So try to remember this. Okay, so like a tempo for second movement. Okay, second movement. Oh, I mean the second movement, right? So it's the first movement. hmm So usually second movement is slow, right? So you can choose adagio, grazioso. Okay, so fast, slow, fast. Okay, always this order. So check the most likely tempo for third movement is allegretto. Adagio is slow, largo is slow. Okay, and then check the most like from for the third movement. Usually, rondo form is used. Okay, composers rondo form a lot in the third movement. Okay. All right. So I think that's all for question this 2009 practice theory test. So hopefully it is helpful for you guys. So carefully check each by question. So most important thing is doing yourself. Okay. Even you can use online practice tools that would be good for you. I think online test much easier than written test. So please use online tools a lot before you're taking CM test. Okay. So sorry for didn't a response for your question. So if you have question, so please let me know using your group chat or the email. Okay, then I will respond for your answer. Okay. So thank you for attending this theory class, and then hope to see you on next week. Okay, so next week we'll use online practice tools. Okay, with that we can solve each question. Okay, all right. Have a good week and see you next week. Bye.